Paper Mario does an awesome job introducing new, unique characters throughout the adventure. Some of them even become our partners. Each one has a certain personality, special moves, and they even help us make progress. Kooper is the second to join our party, and he's a loyal, caring friend. And we're gonna kill him. In Shiver Mountain, there's this blue switch across a small ravine. By hitting it with Kooper's shell, we create a path to reach the other side. But when we do this, an enemy known as a Duplighost copies Kooper's appearance. We pretty much have to play a game of guess the real Kooper, hammering the fake, and eventually battling the imposter. I should mention the Kooper on the left is always the Duplighost, unless you incorrectly choose the real one, in which case their positions are randomized. So that's half of what you need to understand going into this, but before we start breaking the game, we actually need to go all the way to the desert. Dry Outpost is home to the spellcaster known as Merlee, and she plays an important part in murdering our friend. She specializes in aiding Mario during encounters, offering packages of beneficial magic that might boost attack, defense, experience earned, or coins earned afterwards. The way this works is not completely understood, but based on the game's memory, there are 3 major addresses: the number of beneficial spells remaining before her package expires, the next spell type, which in our case the one we need is double coins, and perhaps most importantly, the number of turns remaining before the spell activates. This one updates when Mario's commands appear at the beginning of each turn. Between the first and last step of successfully executing Kooper, we need 4 turns before it triggers the double coins. The problem is, without hacking the game, you would have no idea what these memory values are. So you pretty much save the game, guess and check, then reset until you get a save with the desired results. This took me about 5 hours to do legit. It's not convenient, but do realize the entire glitch is confirmed possible without hacking. Alright, now that we have the coin spell, we're going to start our expedition to Shiver Mountain by sea. And by sea, I mean by swimming on land. As I've explained before, there is a lake in Shiver City where our friend Sushi comes in handy. Use her from a pixel-perfect position on the dock, and our coordinates are incorrectly set inside it. Simple enough, we are free to swim just about wherever we want. Because Sushi is used to traverse the many streams in the jungle, this is programmed to continue through loading zones. You can also dive under many obstacles and collision in this state. As we approach the blue switch room, we are going to encounter this enemy. This is optional, but by leaving a battle, Mario is able to move while Sushi glitch is considered active. So yeah, technically 3 would have sufficed for the turns until a coin spell activation counter, but I chose to go with 4 so I could enter this fight. Sushi is kind of a pain to navigate through staircases, and as you can see, there are a lot in this room. You should recognize this part. Instead of starting the Duplighost cutscene normally, we dive around the ledge and pursue a battle with this white clubba. However, we're just gonna run away for now. Like last time, this is going to let us walk, but an important thing happens to the game's memory when you do this. It subtracts a value that determines how many cutscenes Mario is in. That number is normally used to dictate whether or not the player is allowed to move during important sequences. And for good reason, which you'll see why shortly. We do this not once, but twice to properly manipulate the address for the next step. I also swap to a different party member in the second encounter because that disables Sushi glitch, which limits some actions on the overworld. This room is home to a super block, which is used to upgrade our partners, but it's also an efficient tool in controlling cutscene movement. When prompted to switch party members by the block, we pick any inactive partner, and that means we are free to run around. The only limitation is this selection box, which we need on screen. The A or B buttons respond to both Mario's actions and our selection choice, but there is a trick to prevent it from advancing. When moving the selection with the analog stick, there's a small window of opportunity to jump or hammer without closing it. Do this to hit the switch and cancel the dialogue when both Koopers appear confused. In the meantime, we approach the clubba once more in preparation. These guys are gonna argue for a sec, and we just need to stay put for the time being. At the final text boxes of this argument, it's battle time. And finally, we are going to defeat them so Merlee's coin spell occurs. You'll notice the camera is locked thanks to the cinematic glitching. Regardless, we advance the remaining dialogue while Merlee shows up. Before the enemy explodes into coins, let's head over to our buddy Kooper and just talk to him. You might be wondering why the clubba is still alive. A little bit of hacking to see off screen and you'll notice the real Kooper is nowhere to be found. As you'll witness with this alternate view, that's because talking to the guy killed him. This is as a direct result of Merlee's spell delaying the enemy death sequence long enough for us to interact with another entity, and that new interaction overrides the enemy we just fought. You're not supposed to be able to move while Merlee is there, so that's why all that cutscene manipulation starting from Shiver City was necessary. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the glitch video. If you're a fan of this kind of stuff, be sure to like, subscribe, follow my Twitter at Strider7x, check out the description, all that. Thank you for watching.